Good morning, Cedar Park, and welcome to the Wolfcast. Today is Wednesday, April 10th, and it's an A-Day.
On today's show, find out about the influx of people leaving Austin in this morning's brief.
Plus, on an all-new Pack Chat, hear about what our hosts have to say about JoJo Siwa's new song.
And catch a fresh Pet of the Week.
Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now.
Good morning, Cedar Park, and welcome back to the Wolfcast. I'm Kira Cox, and I'm joined this morning by Reed Cummins and Lulu Lynch.
As school is wrapping up for the 2023-2024 year, it's now time to start planning for next year.
Part of this process is creating a campus master schedule for the next year.
Reporter Charles Corson looked into what changes were going into effect in these next few months.
Thanks, Kira. This year, students will need to finalize their decisions on classes faster than ever before. With the imminent arrival of the new academic year, faculty and staff are diligently working to map out the framework of the schedule. While perfection is impossible, the master schedule aims to minimize conflicts and maximize opportunities for students. Ms. Cable shed light on how students can adapt to this shift.
I think it's just going to be a mindset change of making sure that they're happy with their classes that they've selected by May 1st. Versus having extended time to do it. Hopefully it just becomes a new regular for students.
Several factors influence the deadline for course submissions, including the need to determine staffing requirements based on student selections. Ms. Cable provided insight into how the staff perceives this change.
Staff members, I think, for the most part, are excited about it. I think this year being the transition year into doing something different, is going to probably be a little growing pain for people to get used to. But I think in the end, overall, it's a benefit for both students and campus.
As schools adapt and evolve, the anticipation for the upcoming academic year is resonant, with educators and students alike preparing to embrace the challenges ahead. You can choose your classes using the course form in your Class of Google Classroom.
Thanks, Charles. Now let's head over to Gus Mountjoy for this morning's brief.
Thank you, Reed, and good morning, Cedar Park. First, Austin Bergstrom International Airport readies for a busy week after the solar eclipse. With over 36,000 people departing Austin after the eclipse, Austin's largest airport is expected a record-breaking amount of returned rental cars, adding to the workload. Next, advocates call on police to investigate alleged attack on Muslim student at UT Austin. Austin police are currently investigating a possible hate crime after the student said 3 men came up to them yelling racist phrases and then assaulted them. And finally, both the men's and women's NCAA tournaments wrapped up this weekend. On Saturday, number 1 ranked South Carolina took down Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes 87-75. And on Monday night, the number 1 ranked UConn Huskies defeated another number 1 seed in the Purdue Boilermakers 75-60, despite a 37-point effort by Purdue center Zach Edey. So did you guys get any championship picks correct?
We had like a big bracket for our whole broadcast class, and I mean, how'd y'all do on it?
I got 3rd place, I would like to say.
You also used AI.
Okay, but that's not the point, because I still got 3rd
Okay, well,
place.
I picked my picks, but I did really bad.
What did you get?
I was 10th place in our bracket. There was like 20-something people in our bracket.
What about you, Reed?
I was, way up there in 19th place.
Oh,
We
yeah, of
picked
course.
Grand Canyon
I don't even know where
University.
I thought it would be really great if they won.
I picked UConn to win. I got that right.
I picked
So
Illinois.
congratulations. Wait,
the
did they
only
win?
one
Yeah,
of
they did.
mine
Yeah,
that made it
congrats.
to the Final Four was Purdue. That was it.
Yeah, hey, at least that's like 1 out of 4 chance that you did better than you would have if you did something else.
True, very thoughtful statement. Wow. Well, thanks, Gus. Up next, an all-new Pack Chat right after this break.
to the Pack Chat, our Student Voice Opinion segment. I'm your host, Millie Suarez, joined by co-hosts Austin Makaborski, Molly Pinkerton, and guest Brianna Jones as we discuss this week's most trending topics. Let's get started. First, new hit song Karma by JoJo Siwa has been all the rage across various different platforms. Most famously known for her dancing career on the show Dance Moms, JoJo claims to have reinvented herself as the first in her generation to make such a drastic change all around. From girly girl to glamorized goth, many negative opinions are circling her new persona. So, do y'all think Karma is a banger in disguise?
I don't think it's a banger in disguise.
Really?
I did not listen to the song, I did not watch it, but I saw like clips of it on TikTok. Like my friends would send me videos of it and I was just like, oh, like that's JoJo Siwa.
You weren't interested?
Like,
I immediately
no, like
watched it.
so many
Yeah,
kids.
I saw the video, but
That did not, like, I
There's
was
a-
not interested.
there was a theory circulating around that Miley Cyrus ghostwrited the song.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh yeah, I heard like a lot of people don't think that she sang the song, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, well, I can tell why she didn't want to sing it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say singing is her greatest talent.
Yeah.
What do you think, Rihanna?
I don't like the song, but she's like kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't think she's
She
Have you been a fan of hers for long?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Dance Moms.
long life fan. Well, I think that JoJo Siwa, everyone kind of predicted what this song was going to sound like.
Right?
Like
Everyone
whenever
was like,
people were doing their
yeah.
predictions, it was like
Yeah,
everyone,
for real, it was like exact.
yeah. So I mean, she kind of lived up to the expectations, but I don't think it was a banger at all.
It was horrible. Sorry to say it, but
I feel like, honestly, last thing, but I feel like a lot of people have like so much hate towards JoJo. Like if she didn't, if it wasn't her singing the song, people would be like,
no, I just don't like the song.
yeah, for real. Okay, next up, according to a Vice article, it's cool to be broke now. Back in the day, you'd see people flaunting knockoff designer items in an attempt to seem as wealthy as possible. Now, being a rich kid isn't as glamorized, and having an obstacle to overcome in the path of life seemingly causes a higher ranking in the societal hierarchy. People worry throwing the word broke around will offend those living paycheck to paycheck. So, is being poor in?
Personally, I don't think it's cool to be poor at all. And
Yeah.
everyone wants money. Get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, if
So,
it's
do you
like,
think you should flaunt that?
I don't want richness?
Yeah.
No, but I think you shouldn't act like you're poor.
I agree. I think there's a lack of authenticity in this world, and I think
Just
you
be
know
what
if
you are.
Just
if
be what you are.
If
If you
you
have
came
money-
up from like a unfortunate situation and you're and you're wealthy now, then yeah, totally, that's a cool story. But
I
don't
think-
fake it.
I
That's
think
like
that's the biggest flex, like having no money and then going up to have so much
Yeah,
money.
literally.
I think that's why people like
But
pretend to be poor.
already being because they think that they need
they
that
think
to
to
have
fully
clout,
success,
you know?
exactly. I don't know.
Finally, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake, otherwise known as the Big Three, have been dissing each other publicly. Initially, Kendrick had a problem with J. Cole referring to them as the Big Three in his song First Person Shooter. He rejected this claim in his song Like That, essentially saying it's just him. In response, J. Cole released 7-Minute Drill, throwing punches about his release timing, height, and relevancy. Soon, he took the stage at the Dreamville Festival in North Carolina and expressed how his diss was the lamest thing he's ever done.
To say, in my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my back and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that disrupts my peace.
So, was J. Cole's apology valid?
Well, I mean, I'm more confused why he apologized because like if he's doing this whole rap career and then he's being dissed and like he's trying to snap back at it and then he apologizes, I think, you know, if you step up to bat, you gotta swing.
That just makes him like look like really weak. I feel like
Well,
he came out with the diss and then he apologized.
Yeah,
like
right.
Initially,
like,
when
a
you-
day
sorry.
later or something. Like,
Initially, when you told me about it, I was like, why would you like diss someone and then like immediately apologize after?
Right.
But then I watched it and I honestly really love J. Cole. So I was like, he just seems like a genuine guy. People just say stuff when they're, you know, making music for months and like they don't really think it through.
I mean, how I thought of it, I mean, sure, that's a very humble and like modest thing to do is just to like apologize on stage. But like what I was thinking was like the diss track wasn't even that bad.
It
like, I
wasn't-
thought it was like
yeah.
lighthearted
Yeah.
fun.
it was like like that was kind of like harsh. Like
Yeah.
like Big Three and it was like just me. Like that was like I'm the only one who
Yeah,
played
yeah.
it. Like,
And then,
I
I mean,
really like Kendrick.
I
though.
think the
I
best
support
rap
it.
comes out of like conflict.
Exactly.
And so that's why I was so upset whenever he apologized because like, gosh, I
Keep
didn't
it going.
like I didn't know it was that serious. I just can't wait to see what Drake has to say about all this.
All right, and that's all for today. But remember, T-Wolf Pack, there's always time to chat. We'll be right back after this break.
Now it's time for your pet of the week. This week we have junior Annabelle Koltak's 1-year-old dachshund, Han. Han's name is inspired by Han Solo from Star Wars because of his birthday being on May 4th. Due to his double-jointed elbows, people have often claimed that he runs like a crocodile. He has a talent for stealing objects and hiding them for people to find later, and he is purely motivated by food. If you'd like your pet to be featured on Pet of the Week, direct message us on our Instagram account at CPHS News or tweet us videos and a short bio of a pet.
And that's today's Wolfcast. Thank you for taking time to join us during your day.
You can catch anything you missed and more on our X, YouTube, or TikTok at CPHS News.
Join us tomorrow for a look into the library, poetry den, plus an all-new hiring now. With CPHS News, I'm Lily Lynch.
I'm Reed Cummins.
And I'm Kira Cox. For to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Cedar Park.